the Chamber of Mines or Mineral Council represents mostly mining companies, the interests of corporate, the interest of your mining guys. Women are not even part of our problems in the fall of our industry. The fall of our industry is due to corruption that is happening. Women are here to lead. Women are gonna make decisions in boardrooms, whether we like it or not. Yeah, fellow miners, welcome to the Miners Podcast with Mabushe, episode 3, season 3. Before I can go forward, I just want to say shout out to Albrook Mining, which is our partner for season 3. And then, as you can see, I'm also alone today. This is because my brother Tabizo had other commitments. But yeah, you'll see most of barking his face most of the time. So I don't know. Today I just want us to just talk about things like Chamber of Mines, which became in 2018, which became the Mineral Council. So this is mostly like a lobby group. What I read is that they changed their name from Chamber of Mines to the Minerals Council based on the fact that they want to appear as a partner rather than just a lobby group within the mining industry, and also show transformation that they are willing to actually be part of the new South Africa. So the Chamber of Mines or Mineral Council represents mostly mining companies, the interests of corporate, the interest of your mining guys. And then on the other side, you have the Mine Health and Safety Committee, which was established in accordance to the Mine Health and Safety Act of 1996. So, Bona, they are like your advisory group to the minister, and they are actually a public organization, which means that they actually can be held accountable by Parliament. So this guys, the Mine Health and Safety Group, all the time they have milestones, you understand, which is your health. And then now I can see that which is your health and safety. And then now the interest topic, it's Women's Month. So yeah, the interest topic is women in mining. By women, for women. So basically, their thing speaks about actually, what is it? They speak about the involvement of hygiene for women. They also speak about PPE issues and all of that, the things that affect women, like GBV and lactating women and so on. Because as you know that women are now taking over, and I can see that men in the mining industry are starting to be shaking by this movement. But guys, one thing that you must know is that women are here. Women are here to take charge. You understand? And for a fact that even the Mineral Council supports that, because they say the industry by 2035, I think, their ambition is to see that 50% of women are actually in management roles. So one of our guys, sometimes the leader is here in the studio with me. He mentioned something and said that he's not for women in mining. I may be wrong. Am I wrong?
No, Chief. No, Chief. You must understand, like, hey, man. Women ba re khawata mo mining, Chief. Yeah, ba re khawata ka tsela tse ngata, Chief. So I'm 50% in, I'm 50% out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like one thing that I want to ask, do you support black empowerment?
Yes, I do support black empowerment.
Then how come do you not support women empowerment?
No, the things that we see in the industry, Chief, I know. For example, man, women when they are in charge, they make you feel that they are in charge. Wang understand?
But-
Kore, e re ke be ka tselenana he, my guy. A re nke bo ma 10 years, bo ma 15 years back, bo ma 30 years back. We had a lot of minds. Since this thing of women in mining was introduced, ha re sana mine tse ngata. So higher unemployment increase. I'm not blaming them, but since ba join mo, ba join mo mining, no my guy, ba kawata.
I think one thing that leader that we must highlight here is that it doesn't make sense that you're saying that you don't blame women, but technically you are, because it doesn't make sense that this industry by now it still employ about 12 to 15% of the women workforce. You understand? So that's a droplet in this industry. It doesn't make sense to say that they're actually the cause of high unemployment or losing, our minds losing. So let me tell you something. Did you know that in the last decade or 10 years, ESCOM didn't have a female CEO? And ESCOM is part of the reason why our industries are dying, because now, if you look at it, mines are paying a lot in terms of running operations. You understand? We use a lot of electricity, so we end up paying more on the basis that it's ESCOM that is failing us. So it's not fair that we're gonna put this blame on women. It doesn't really make sense. We won't allow that. And another thing, you say you're for black empowerment, and what I don't understand, Kore.
Can I say something, Chief?
Yeah.
For example, in a crew, underground, you cannot have all the women, but you can have all the men in one crew. So imagine if you have a crew, ya batho ba bomme. Ba tlo kgona ho e tshwara for sure leno more than 6 hours.
I mean, I know ladies that are drill operators, ladies that are winch drivers. This thing, it's not basically about or a group of women. If you put them in once, they cannot drill and blast and what. You can still put men in charge as a crew and they fail to get their call. Why is that? So are you saying that why is it only reserved for women but not for men that are failing to get call and blast there in the mines? What do you say about such men?
Before re ya mono, Chief, o nke se be le crew ya batho ba bomme kaofela, like team leader, winch drivers, or RDOs and stopping labor ya batho ba bomme. You can't produce. You can't produce, Chief.
That's the
It
thing.
happened. Kore, like we've seen it, my guy.
But that's why I'm saying, Gore, there are people, there are men, group of men, strong men, who are still not producing. What about those ones? Before I even forget this, it's actually selfish of us, especially as men. I'm not trying to be a clown. I'm not clowning or what. I'm not trying to just favor women and stuff like that. But I feel like it's kind of selfish for us to say that we need black empowerment, but somehow sideline women in mining, which is all about women empowerment also and hygiene and other related issues. The reason why I say this is because firstly, we have to understand what is empowerment as is entailed and described in BEE Act. So now, if we are to say that we support black empowerment, but we do not support women empowerment. We're actually being selfish in the sense, why does the other part of the BEE matter and the other part doesn't matter? Because the whole issue of women empowerment is to readdress the fact that many women were not allowed to work in the mining industry. Many women were not allowed to work at all. So they're trying to actually give them a fair chance, right? And women were I mean, it keeps on coming to effect that our minds are closing because of women. Women came in this industry in the 2000s, Minir.
Let me say
In the 2000s.
Listen, my guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to make an example ka to A1. For example, miners. Naturally, women, they are not physically like us men.
True.
So now I've never seen a woman ajara majaratini.
Well, I have seen it. So
Now
now
understand.
so I get
But
your point.
you can find men bajara majaratini balot kobela.
But the thing is, let me tell you something, leader. I have seen a woman carrying Majarati in Anamela race.
50
So
50
it's all
kg.
about this thing. Let's not, you know what we must not do? We must not make our personal encounters generalize the whole thing. That's where our biggest problem is, where we start to make it personal. You understand? I have had worst experience and I can see that this guy is not competent and it's a man. You understand? But I cannot say that men that are in mining are incompetent. But also don't get me wrong. You know, like I said, like I mentioned in the other episode, that in South Africa, we're actually in a country where high unemployment, it keeps on rising. You understand? So we're fighting for whatever that we can get. And that is why you find that now, because men are not getting jobs and they're saying that preference women and what, it becomes a problem. But in general, or as a majority, or as people, we have to understand why these things are happening, because we need to address social injustices. Because if we do not do that, we're going to have a problem. Women are a lot in this country, and women have been taking care of us. Most of us were raised by single parents, and you know that I'm not sidelining what other men have been doing out there. Don't get me wrong. They're best men that take care of their family. But most households, especially in South Africa,